So morning, it's Thursday, it's the 11th of February and we're still here. Despite the snow, despite the coronavirus, we're still going strong and everyone is well and everyone is healthy. We've nearly made it to half term. Really, really well done, everybody. We're very proud of you. But I don't know about you, but I am a bit sick of the snow now. I mean, I love snow. I really love snow. I've been sledging. I've made a snow angel. I made a snowman. I did a forward roll in the snow. I've thrown snowballs. I've done all of that. But I'm just after a few days, when I woke up this morning and it had snowed again, I thought, maybe I've had enough. But do make the most of it, because in a few days it will all be gone and this may not happen again for some time. So enjoy it. So for assembly this morning, after the success of the last couple, we're going to do a couple new games that you can play at home. I have been delighted by the response that I've had so far. You have been amazing. I've had seesaw videos, I've had other videos sent in, I've had people stop me in the street and want to play the game, and loads of other things that are going on. Some people are brilliant, some people need a bit more practice, but it's all been excellent. And I would love to see them. If you want to send them in to me, please do that. And in those cold evenings when you're a bit bored, get away from screen time, why not try one of these games? It would be lovely to see and lovely to hear about. Right, my games for today. I have enlisted 2 new volunteers. They're not happy. I actually had to go to the staff room and grab them and said, you are the person. But luckily, because I'm the head teacher, they couldn't say no. So they're here in the office now and they're ready to play. Now, the first game we're going to play is called the alphabet game. It's pretty easy, really. I think of a subject and then we have to go through the alphabet, naming an object all the way through. So I'm going to start this morning with the letter D and I'm going to choose animals. And the first person I'm going to choose to help me is, are you ready? Waiting in the corner, it's Mrs. Jenkins.
Hello.
So, Mrs. Jenkins, are you ready to play the alphabet game?
I'm ready.
Would you like to go first or second?
I'll go second, please.
Right, the category is animals. Here we go. So I'm going to start with ant,
Bear.
cow,
Dog.
elephant,
Fox.
goat,
Hippo.
iguana.
Jellyfish.
Yeah, that's okay. Kangaroo,
Llama.
monkey.
Oh.
Unlucky Mrs. Jenkins. Okay, so unfortunately we got to N. So we're going to try again. This time we're going to use another member of staff who I've press ganged. Can I ask you to swap seats? Is that okay? Welcome to Mr. Harrison.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Harrison. Right, we're going to play the alphabet game, Mr. Harrison, and we're going to choose girls' names this time, starting at A. So, would you like to go first or would you like to go second?
I'll go first.
Okay, so it's girls' names starting with A. Mr. Harrison, away you go.
Audrey.
Bella,
Chloe.
Daphne,
Elaine.
Fiona,
Georgie.
Helena,
Isabel.
Juliet,
Katie.
Louise,
Margaret.
Naomi,
Olivia.
Petronella,
Queenie.
Rona,
Sarah.
Teresa, Mr. Harrison, unlucky. You is a tricky one. So we'll do that. Okay. So, as you're sitting in the hot seat,
Okay.
we're going to try one more. And we'll do food this time. Okay. But don't worry, Mrs. Jenkins. We're having you back for another game in a minute. Okay. So, as you're sitting in the hot seat, we're going to try food. Would you like to go first or second, Mr.
I'll go
Harrison?
second this time.
Okay, so we're going to do food this time. And let's go, here we go. Right, apple,
Banana.
custard,
Donut.
egg,
Fromage frais.
oh, very nice, very French. Goat's cheese,
Halloumi.
ice cream,
Jelly.
lemon. Did I miss a K? Oh, then I am done. Okay, so Mr. Harrison won that one. Okay, right. So do you see the idea of the game? It's the alphabet game. It's not as easy as you think, like all of these things. Right. For my next game, I'm going to invite Mrs. Jenkins to come back. So, Mrs. Jenkins, please come back. They're very happy to take part, the staff today, and they're really enjoying being in here. So thank you, staff, for being in here today. Right, so the next game we're going to play is a memory game. Now, what you find is that children are very good at this and adults are not so good. And the older you get, the memory does go a little bit. I think it's too many forward rolls in the snow. I don't know. But there we go. So what we've got to do is a memory game. And this is an easy one. It's called My Grandmother Went to Market. Now, because my grandmother's got a very bad memory as well, she can only buy things that begin with a certain letter. So I start off, I say, my grandmother went to market and brought, and we'll think of something beginning with that letter. And then Mrs. Jenkins will think of something, but has to remember what I said as well. And the list gets longer and longer and longer. Now, the letter I've chosen at random is the letter M. M for mother. So I'll begin. My grandmother went to market and bought some marbles.
My grandmother went to market and bought some marbles and some Marmite.
My grandmother went to market and bought some marbles, some Marmite, and some marmalade.
My grandmother went to market and she bought some marbles, some Marmite, some marmalade, and some mangoes.
It's a food shop. My grandmother went to market and bought some marbles, some marmite, some marmalade, some mangoes, and a mountain.
My grandmother went to market and she bought some marbles, some Marmite, some marmalade, some mangoes, a mountain, and a mousetrap.
My grandmother went to market and bought some marbles, some marmite, marmalade, mangoes, mountain, a mousetrap, and a motorbike.
My grandmother went to market and she bought some marbles, some Marmite, some marmalade, some...
Oh,
it was
Mrs.
the one I
Jenkins,
said.
unlucky. It was mangoes, wasn't it? Oh, lucky you messed up then, because I think I was really going to struggle at that one. So thank you so much. So, Mrs. Jenkins, at home, they're giving you right now a silent round of applause.
Oh, thank you
so
very
thank
much.
you so much, or as I like to do it, a round of applause. Or a round of applause. So, okay, so we're going to try the same. Now, Mr. Harrison's a lot younger than me. So, Mrs. Jenkins and I are about the same age. But Mr. Harrison is a lot younger than me, so I think he'd be brilliant at this one. And the letter I've chosen is the letter F. The letter F, okay, for Freddie. So, would you like to go first or second, Mr. Harrison?
I'll go second.
Okay. My grandmother went to market and bought some frankfurters.
My grandma went to market and bought some frankfurters and a football.
There's no surprise there, is there? Right, okay. My grandmother went to market and bought some frankfurters, a football, and some fish.
My grandma went to market and bought some frankfurters, a football, some fish, and some forest fruits.
My goodness me. Right, my grandmother went to market and bought some frankfurters, a football, a fish, some forest fruits, and a fig roll.
My grandma went to market and she bought some frankfurters, a football, some fish, some forest fruits, a fig roll, and a A fan.
Fan, oh my goodness. My grandmother went to market and bought some frankfurters, a football, some fish, forest fruits, a fig roll, and a fan. Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And a fox.
My grandma went to market and she bought some frankfurters, a football, some fish, some forest fruits, a fig roll, a fan, a fox, and a fish tank.
Woo, right, my grandmother went to market and bought some frankfurters, a football, a fish, forest fruits, a fig roll, a fan. I can't remember. Sorry. What was it next? Any ideas? A fox. I knew that fox would get me. Right. So those are games that you can try at home. Again, a really big thank you to Mr. Harrison as well. Wonderful to have you both here and to volunteer. Right. Okay. So thank you so much. So please do try those games at home. This is the last assembly before half term. Now I'm hoping, fingers crossed there, that soon we will all be back. It's going to be another few weeks, but I'm hoping soon we will see you all again. And I don't have to record these, and they will all be together for proper assemblies. So stay strong. You're doing really well. And mums and dads, you are fantastic. Honestly, the amount of work you've been doing is brilliant. Have a week off in half term. We're not setting any work next week. None at all. Have a week off, enjoy it, and breathe a sigh of relief that there's no home learning for 1 week. We will see you soon. I really hope so. In the meantime, have a lovely week off. Try and relax a little bit and don't worry. Stay safe, everybody, and we will see you soon.